that's not what my husband thinks. Who says things like that?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
He simply talks too much.
And he works all day, too.
What's new?
They say the paladins are only here to get all the ore on the island. For the war on the mainland, they say. Do you know what that means? The king doesn't give a damn if we all die miserably when the orcs attack. I'll make sure that I'm on the ship when the paladins weigh anchor.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Someone's got to do the work.
Am I worthy of receiving a rune?
Which way have you chosen? The way of healing or the way of battle?
Am I worthy of receiving a rune?
Which way have you chosen? The way of healing or the way of battle?
I choose the path of healing.
You are not yet worthy of receiving the next spell for this path.
I choose the path of combat. Hey, you!
I won't tell her a thing.
Any news?
You're responsible for the best news yourself. They've let Bennett go again. He's back at the farm. Go to him. I think he'd like to thank you himself.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
You don't say.
all along.
Hey!
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Corinthus isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade is dead. This harbor's about to go under.
Watch out.
Is it really true?
The bandits that were occupying your lighthouse are gone.
Is that really true? Finally, I can get back to my work. Come with me to the lighthouse. You get an incredible view of the sea up there.
He insisted he knew better.
Wait a minute.
Some problem solve themselves.
That doesn't surprise me.
Some problem solve themselves.
Do you really believe that?
Wait a minute.
Like that.
Really? How interesting.
Everybody knows by now.
That's not what I heard.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
If I have any left.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath of the gods was with them. And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm. Adonis saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power.
These are bad times.
Who says things like that?
Someone's gotta do the work.
Go away, don't tell me that.
You don't say.
Show me your wares.
It is an honor to me that a representative of our holy church should show an interest in my wares.
That's what I've always said.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
You don't say.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Damn it, what's up?
Nice lighthouse you've got here.
Thank you. Just walk on all the way up the stairs and take in the beautiful view, me lad. Make yourself at home.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
These are
That's
bad
not what I
knowledge.
heard.
Show me your wares.
It's the
Take
taste.
care of everything.
Everything's going to get even worse. Have a nice day, Mr. Paladin. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Oh, they say there were dragons in the Valley of Mines. I'm curious to see when the paladins will set out from here to fight
He
them.
works all day too.
That's an open secret.
But Adanos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land.
Show me your wares.
Leave a part of his power in his realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return. And Enos, in his wisdom.
Hey, come closer. Take a break and have a sip of cool beer. The paladins will set everything right. So take another draft and have a good time.
Hey, you! Okay?
Sure, let's bring down a few beasts.
Show me your wares. Hey! Show me your wares. Hey! Show me your wares.
interesting?
Everybody knows by now.
Who says things like that?
Everybody knows by now.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Hey,
That's what I've always.
show me your wares.
That's an open secret.
You don't say.
And he works all day too.
He simply talks too much.
Everybody knows by now.
These are bad times.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Don't tell this to anyone.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes,
He had better shut up.
he simply talks too much.
I don't believe that.
Someone's got to do the work.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Really? How interesting.
Someone's got to do the work.
Everybody knows by now.
Someone's got to do the work.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Who says things like that?
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's what I've always said.
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Don't tell this to anyone.
Everybody knows by now.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Don't tell this to anyone.
Someone's got to do the work.
He can't keep anything to himself.
He simply talks too much.
I don't believe that.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
And he works all day, too.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Really? How interesting.
Everybody knows by now.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Go away, don't tell me that.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's what I've always said.
Someone's got to do the work.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's not what my husband thinks.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That's not what I heard.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's what I've always said.
Who says things like that?
Who says things like that?
But that's terrible.
He had better shut up.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Really, how interesting.
That's not what I heard.
And it's going to get even worse.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Show me your
That's
wares.
not what my husband thinks.
Really? How interesting.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Someone's got to do the work.
These are bad times.
Everybody knows by
These are bad times.
He'd better shut up.
And he works all day, too.
He simply talks too much.
And he works all day, too.
These are bad times.
Hey! Show me your wares.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I don't believe that.
That's not what my husband thinks.
And he works all day, too.
But that's terrible.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
That's not what my husband thinks.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Everybody knows by now.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
That's not what I heard.
Hey! Show me your wares.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Everybody knows by now.
Really, how interesting.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Someone's got to do the work.
That's an open secret.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Don't tell this to anyone.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's not what I heard.
Hey!
Everybody knows by now.
Show me your wares.
Someone's got to do the work.
These are bad times.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
Show me your
He
wares.
simply talks too much.
He simply talks too much.
I don't believe that.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's not what I heard.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I don't believe that.
Hey, you!
And he
Show
works
me your
all day.
wares.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
You don't say.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Let's wait and see what
Hey, you! Found anything out yet?
No, I'm still waiting for that book.
I've got the book for you.
Very good. Give it here. You may withdraw now. I shall retire and study.
Found anything out yet?
Well, I cannot be completely sure, but the current constellation of the stars seem to indicate many dangers.
What kind of dangers?
Well, the structure between the worlds seems to be very weak. It only takes a small portion of the power that would be necessary otherwise to tear a hole in this structure. Demons could use those portals to enter our world without encountering resistance.
Found anything out yet?
Well, I cannot be completely sure, but the current constellation of the stars seem to indicate many dangers.
What kind of dangers?
Well, the structure between the worlds seems to be very weak. It only takes a small portion of the power that would be necessary otherwise to tear a hole in this structure. Demons could use those portals to enter our world without encountering resistance.
Hey! I've got the book for you.
Very good. Give it here. You may withdraw now. I shall retire and study.
caught you in our trap, and now we shall destroy you.
Nothing there.
He should have known better. We have caught you in our trap, and now we shall destroy you.
Whoa, a fight!
There he is.
Nothing to be had there.
And that's the truth. I'm staying out of it. And that's the truth. Nobody wants to know.
That'll only cause more trouble.
That's no secret.
It's better to watch out.
Hey,
Are you looking for trouble?
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Nobody ever asks me.
I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
rip you to
you'd have
pieces.
done better not to show up here. You're the wrong man in the wrong place.
there, you lowlife! Stop right there, you lowlife!
Those are all just rumors.
Been there, done that.
Those are all just rumors.
That's no secret. Been there, done that. I couldn't get away with that.
As if I didn't have enough.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I've got no time for things like that.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy. It can't go on like this forever.
Oh, wait, didn't you tell me?
He should have known better.
We don't know what it tells us.
Anything's possible.
You haven't seen the last of me! That'll never change.
That's exactly what I said.
Tell me that isn't true.
Anything's possible.
Stop right there, you lowlife! Stop right there, you lowlife!
deserve that, lowlife. Thanks for the gold, you hero. I think I'd better take this weapon.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
Hey, you! Teach me how to hunt.
What do you want to learn? You remove the heart of the animal with a death cut in the chest. But it's usually only worth it with special animals or magical beings.
No one really wants to hear that.
Onar is out of his mind to pick a fight with the city now that the paladins are there.
Things I can tell you.
Onar's rebellion will have serious consequences. I prefer to keep out of it.
I couldn't get away with that.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I fled here from Bengar's farm. I didn't want to be butchered by all those creatures coming out of the pass. You can't imagine what sort of things came out of the pass the last few days.
I can. What's it like here?
Here, I only have to put up with the bandits. It's the lesser evil.
Bengar needs you. He wants you to come back to his farm.
I'm not crazy. As long as we have to live defenseless on the farm, I'm not budging an inch from here.
Bengar needs you. He wants you to come back to his farm.
I'm not crazy. As long as we have to live defenseless on the farm, I'm not budging an inch from here.
Bengar needs you. He wants you to come back to his farm.
I'm not crazy. As long as we have to live defenseless on the farm, I'm not budging an inch from here.
Have to tell me that.
I'm no better off myself.
I couldn't care less.
Is it really true?
That's no secret.
The black-hooded men in the mountains are no longer with us.
You were able to deal with them? Good man. I didn't trust those guys one bit. They were bound to cause a lot of trouble.
Some of the mercenaries have left?
Silvio took a few of the boys and disappeared over the pass. It's rumored that some dragons have shown up there. When he heard that, there was no stopping him. Who knows? The Dragon Trophy is sure to bring a ton of money on the open market. That's nothing for me. I'm a sailor. I belong on the sea and not in a stuffy dragon's den.
I want to improve my abilities.
I said I could help you, not that I would. As long as you aren't one of us, you can find someone else to instruct you.
You listen to the wrong people.
Nobody wants to know.
I agree with you completely.
You don't have to tell me that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
Can't rely on that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I'm staying out of it.
Never would have thought of that himself.
Your house is empty. The Black Hoods have left.
I knew that the guard could be counted on.
Not so fast, my friend. From now on, you're going to abandon your dirty deals and act for the common good instead, or I'll be back.
I don't understand. What else do you want? All that I can do is give you a bit of gold and ask you to spare me.
Give it here, then. I'm in a hurry.
Here!
Wait a minute. Has anything happened in the meantime?
Nothing since those scoundrels in black were in my house.
Hey, you!
Tell me that isn't true.
That's not what I heard.
That was no big deal.
You just wouldn't be so sure. It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'm not telling you anything new.
I may have found a job for you on Bengar's farm.
Good. That comes to 800 gold coins.
A hefty price.
Well, for one of us, I'd do it for almost nothing. But for you...
Like you said. And there's more, believe me.
I'll think about it.
Okay, but don't let me down.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
You hardly know what to believe anymore. It was his decision, wasn't it?
I never knew that.
And that's the truth.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I may have found a job for you on Bengar's farm.
Good. That comes to 800 gold coins.
A hefty price.
Well, for one of us, I'd do it for almost nothing. But for you...
I'll think about it.
Okay, but don't let me down.
That's from my opinion. The things I could tell you.
That's been known a long time.
I couldn't get away with that.
You didn't get that from me.
How's it going?
The king's troops aren't exactly welcome on the farm. A lot of people here may talk to you anyway, but you certainly won't make yourself popular.
It can't go on like this forever. You can't rely on me.
That's not what I heard. I've gone about it differently.
It can't go on like this forever.
Hey! Where's the package?
What do I know?
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Do you do anything besides smoke?
Sometimes I let some vengeful swampweed junkies beat me up.
Hey! Where's the package?
What do I know?
Hey!
That was no big deal.
I don't believe this is gonna change. What's happened in the meantime?
Silvio the bastard has heard about the dragons in the Valley of Mines and has made everyone here on the farm totally crazy about it. He's tried to convince the boys to follow him to the Valley of Mines. He's promised them fame, honor, gold, and all sorts of things. A lot of them have no interest in getting killed for Silvio, but there were quite a few idiots who fell for his drivel. The end of the story is that they got outfitted by Bennett and then set off. Basically, I'm glad that Silvio is finally gone from the farm.
That's really not my problem.
I've heard a thing or two.
You listen to the wrong people.
I'm in enough trouble as it is. Everything all right here on the farm?
Our hospitality does not extend to the troops of the king.
Nothing surprises me anymore. You didn't get that from me. That's been known a long time. I knew that would be a problem.
He set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute, and he did not succeed.
How's the situation?
It's pathetic. Now they're stirring us up against each other. If you hadn't managed to find the real culprit for the murder, the orcs wouldn't have had to lift a finger.
Hey, come closer. Take a break and have a sip of cool beer. Nothing hits the spot like a cool pint after work.
Show me your wares.
It is an honor to me that a representative of our holy church should show an interest in my wares.
Show me your wares. Wait a minute. What's new?
The mercenary who was said to have murdered Lothar is innocent. They found proof that he was framed. I heard that in the marketplace.
insisted he knew better.
I used to say that myself.
Been there, done that. You wouldn't be so sure. I'm not telling you anything new. That's been known for a long time. I never knew that. No one really wanted to read that much. I think it doesn't seem bad. That isn't true. If trouble as it is. Tell me you didn't know that. I believe this is gonna change. I've gone about it differently. I can't believe that. I never knew that. I've got my own opinion about that.
How are you? And how are your sheep?
I heard the strangest things. Some sinister characters are said to have shown up at Sekob's. They're laying siege to his house.
Come with me. Wait here. Hey! Teach me how to hunt.
What do you want to learn? Take off a shadow beast horn, brace yourself against the skull with all your might, pulling on the horn and cutting the thing out with a hard blade.
Teach me how to hunt.
I can't teach you anything you don't already know.
Listen to him talk.
It's better to watch out.
Bengar needs you. He wants you to come back to his farm.
I'm not crazy. As long as we have to live defenseless on the farm, I'm not budging an inch from here.
Nothing there. Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I'm not touching that. I've got no time for things like that.
That's what I've always said.
That's not what I heard.
I've heard a thing or two. You don't have to tell me that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
What do you want here? Go.
Smart kid.
Don't tell this to me.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there.
So worked up.
And that's the truth. That was obvious all along.
Hey, you!
Anything's possible.
What can you offer me?
And that's the truth.
Do you really believe that?
Nobody wants to know.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the price is right, I'll tell you everything I know.
How much do you charge?
Hard to say. But I think that 50 gold pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
Really want to hear that.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
That's all just gossip.
What can you offer me?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You already know what I think.
What?
You hardly know who to believe.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt, so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of gold. Dragons have gold, don't they?
Certainly.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Where do you come from?
We come from,
You hardly know who
the
to
city.
believe these days.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
He never would have thought of that himself.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
There've been all
I see. From the city, then.
See? You understand? Here, have a swig.
Those are all just rumors. I'm not telling you anything new.
Anything's possible.
What do you know about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of thing.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really? Hey! What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
So why won't they listen to me?
Never mind. Hey! What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
You really didn't deserve that.
It had to happen sooner or later.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
No idea. You tell
I
me.
haven't a clue.
I'm waiting for something to finally happen here.
Things I could tell you.
What do you expect to happen?
Oh man, you're really not the sharpest knife in the drawer. If I knew that, I wouldn't have to wait.
I already thought as much.
Never mind.
I've got no time for things like that.
You didn't get that from me.
The things I could tell you.
That's the first I've heard of it.
What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else? When I'm finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Tell me that isn't true.
Well then, I wish you luck.
I don't need luck, just my axe.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying?
No idea. You tell me.
But he knew that all along.
That will never change.
Well, I'll pay you 100 gold coins for now.
All right then. It's a start anyway.
That's the truth.
Go ahead. I'll follow you.
So why won't they listen to me?
You just have to listen.
You really didn't deserve that.
Do you need a healing potion?
Sooner or later.
Sure. It can't hurt.
I've heard a thing or two.
I used to say that myself.
I'll give you something later.
But don't forget.
So why won't they listen to me?
Been there, done that.
You really didn't deserve that.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
I haven't a clue.
I'm waiting for something to finally happen here.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
What do you expect to happen?
Oh man, you're really not the sharpest knife in the drawer. If I knew that, I wouldn't have to wait.
You don't have to tell me that.
That was quite obvious.
That was no.
Never mind.
I already thought as much.
What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else? When I'm finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
I'm not touching that.
Well then, I wish you luck.
I don't need luck, just my axe.
I already thought as much.
You have anything to drink?
I assume that it's not water you want.
No, damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damned headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
Not my problem. That's no secret.
Here, take this.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
No idea, you tell me.
Ah, that hit the spot. So, now I can think clearly again. What can I do for you?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's the first I've heard
about it different.
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what we're doing here or when it'll start. And I don't care as long as I have enough to drink.
There's more, believe me.
Do you know where the dragons are then?
What's in it for me if I tell you?
You don't have to tell me that.
She doesn't say that. I can't help it.
Nothing. I'm looking for them myself.
You'd better watch out. You've got a hell of a fight in front of you.
Enough trouble as it is.
I'm looking for someone who can teach me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around. Since we're friends, I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
That's makes me believe everything you hear.
Oh, that's too expensive for me.
Too expensive? That's less than anyone else in my place would charge. Think about it.
He insisted he knew better.
Tell me that isn't true.
But he knew that all along.
That's not to listen.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Same old thing all over again.
That's the first I've heard time.
I see you've joined the dragon hunters.
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best. Wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Not my problem.
There's another of those dummy beasts. One less monster around.
Nothing there.
I'm staying out of it. He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Been there, done that.
I never knew that.
I used to say that myself.
It's better to watch out who you tell why.
Would it ever change? That would be a problem.
Tell me that isn't true.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I'm not telling you anything.
You didn't get that from me.
That's no secret.
I could have told you that before.
That's not what I mean.
Do you really think?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. You already know what I think. So why won't they listen to me? You didn't get that from me.
Don't I know you? You were Kor Angar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons. It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt.
What about the dragon hunters?
I will speak with them later. Maybe they can use a strong arm.
When will you go?
As soon as I feel better.
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders.
I've got to go.
Watch your back.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south. I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
Where do you come from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here. The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned-out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm. You paladins have failed, if you ask me.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them. Count me out.
What else do you know about the war?
You haven't been to see your king in a long time, huh? The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know. The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
It was a really, really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Silvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon. You're one of them too. So how about putting in a good word for me, huh?
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
You've come from Corinus, haven't you? When all this is over, I shall return there. We're gonna make it. We'll bring the ore to Corinus and let them celebrate us.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean the dragon hunters outside in the yard? They may help us, but there just aren't enough of them. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. One of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll think about it.
How can I trust him, even if you won't? Without someone to vouch for him, this Yan can keep his hands off the forge.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. One of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll think about it.
How can I trust him, even if you won't? Without someone to vouch for him, this Yan can keep his hands off the forge.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan, one of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
I don't believe this is going to change.
That's all just gossip.
Hey! Anything new?
If you want to learn the news, then ask the knights. I'm just an imprisoned cook.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work at all. What's up?
How are things?
It won't be long until the orcs attack. Where are the damn reinforcements? Those so-called dragon hunters won't be able to accomplish much.
Can I buy some armor from you?
Nothing that would be better than your armor. We should forget it.
Are you selling any weapons?
No way. And then your colleagues here will stick me in jail for black marketing, huh? Forget about it. But I can show you how to forge your own weapon.
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
As if I didn't have enough problems. Some problems. I don't believe this is gonna change.
Wait a minute. I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago, I welcome you into our order. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
You are the only one that we can spare. All the other knights are needed here. Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
I still need some equipment.
We don't have much left that we could give you. Well, I can offer you this.
I'll take the elixir of strength.
Here, this will certainly come in useful. I wish you luck.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
I need more information about the dragons.
At the moment, alas, I've got nothing for you.
All right, I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Hey,
we're gonna make it. We'll bring the ore to Corunus and let them celebrate us.
That's nothing new. No one really wants to hear that.
Hey, you! Did anything important happen?
I'm worried. Very worried.
What for?
Recently, these men showed up. They call themselves dragon hunters. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but idlers and criminals. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Don't you think you're exaggerating?
Absolutely not. In our situation, we need men who set a shining example, warriors to wake the fire of Innos in our fighters' hearts. Instead, these scum destroy the morale of my warriors.
You should give them a chance.
They're getting one, unfortunately. Garand is convinced they can be of help to us, but I'll keep an eye on them. We have enough problems with the orcs. We really don't need more trouble.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
There have been all...